Run It Studios is the home of the Run Radio podcast and runradio.net, a podcast and station about the relentless, resilient, and innovative types, inspiring strides in life, business, and beyond.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Run Radio podcast brought to you by Run It Studios. Today we've got a guest that is a fantastic performer. She's been on the podcast before, but now she's going to be performing this weekend at the Joe Rickman Memorial Concert, the second annual. It's Allie
Yes.
Hutsell. Welcome back, Allie.
Oh, thank you so much, Trina. Thanks for having me. I'm proud to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. We had a little trouble getting you on Facebook Live yesterday. So we've
Yes.
got you here now. We were talking about your hair. We were like, she has the awesome hair. And so
Oh,
Michelle said, even on your stream, when you do Twitch, you can like send hair emoji or something.
I do. We have these things called emotes. They're like bigger than emojis, and they're Twitch
Yeah.
related. It's a Twitch thing. But yeah, one of my moderators made my hair that rocks back and forth.
I
Just
love it.
just rocks back and forth. Yeah, it's funny.
Have you always been known for your hair or is it a new thing?
Well, for since I went solo and started doing solo contracting stuff and turned my hair red, then it became more of a like Allie's a rocker because I can do heart covers and Ann Wilson covers and things like that. And so it just became a thing where it's part of my trademark, I guess, kind of part of my
Yeah.
brand.
You're just
So
leaning
yeah, it's
into it.
it's been a thing for about the last 15 years or so.
You love it.
I do. I mean, it's just easy to do. Like right now, I didn't even fix it really. I just kind of
So
scrunched
cool.
it with my hands and here we go. So it's easy, it's
Good.
easy and then naturally curly. So
We need a
not a
few
big deal.
easy things in life. That's great. Well,
It's
tell us
nice.
about the concert, how you got
Yeah.
plugged into it. I know a little of the backstory, but for those that don't, it's great. So tell us.
Oh, sure. Well, Joe Rickman was just such a dear friend. His wife Michelle is one of my very best friends, and and his daughter Anna is one of my daughter's very best friends, as well as her other kids. They're all real close. Our kids are, and so Joe was like one of our biggest fans of our band. And when the Cats were playing, Joe did everything he could to be there, and he was literally heads above everybody else because he was a big dude. He was a big bouncer sized dude. And he was like heads above everybody else, but he'd sit there in the chair, and he'd just kind of be, listening, and he'd be so intensely listening, and he'd just get this grin on his face, and was always requesting heart songs and stuff. And so his favorite was Barracuda, and so we always end our performances usually with Barracuda, and we always give it to Joe. So we so we do it in memory of Joe. Uh, but he was just a precious person, kind of like a second daddy to all his kids' friends, and definitely was there for my daughter a lot through the high school years, and so we just loved him dearly. And he loved Make a Wish because he has two wish kids, especially. That's another special reason, and who were granted wishes. And he knows how special that organization is. And he was very proud to be associated with it and did everything he could to help them, help other kids get wishes granted as well. So just coupling those two together and making this event around it, just it's been a real special endeavor the last couple of years, and we're looking to this forward to the second annual.
Good. I am so glad the community has really come together for this, not once,
Yeah.
but twice.
Yes.
And like Michelle and I were talking yesterday, and I think you were in on the conversation too a little bit. On Facebook Live, that saying where people might not remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel is
Yeah.
such a
So true.
big thing. And when someone does make other people feel
Hmm.
loved,
Hmm.
supported, needed, cared for, it sounds like Joe
Yeah.
did all of those things. And to be
He
able to,
did.
honor his legacy and give
Yeah.
back it's just a really great thing
It
to
is.
watch and I'm sure be a part of.
Yes, it's very special, and we're just glad to be a part of leaving a legacy for Joe in his name,
Yeah.
and being able to grant as many wishes. I think Michelle said there was like over 90,
Yeah.
between 90 and 100 wishes just in our southwestern Missouri region. And that's another cool thing, is that the Make-A-Wish Foundation as a whole is amazing, globally, nationally, all of that. But the cool part of this event is that it actually goes to families in our own backyard,
Yeah.
which is really really neat. Um, Years ago, when I was with the Shoji Tabuchi show, um, uh, the Make a Wish Foundation became very special to them, and so I used to do a lot of events back then, especially around the holidays for Make a Wish and to raise funds for Make a Wish. So it just kind of brings all of that back. It was a very special time for me back then. It's a very special time for me now, and it's really cool to do it in Joe's name.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're
Yeah.
doing that. Just give folks a little idea of what your sound like is like when you perform.
Well, it's a little bit of a melting pot,
Yeah.
honestly. I've always been, you know, kind of branded by my audience and my fans as a heart singer, not the band, but that I sing from my heart,
Mm.
and um, kind of deemed a soul singer. That my vocals are very soulful, and so I love all styles of music. The Tabuchis actually taught me that I could do all styles of music. Before that, I didn't know that, and so it was kind of neat to branch out and be able to do a variety of things. Um, and I enjoy that because I kind of get bored with one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Um, so we do really all styles of music, but we do a lot. Somehow we ended up doing a lot of like more southern rock, classic rock style of things with a soul twist. So we span the decades. We don't just do classic rock. We do everything from 70s, 80s rock to today's rock.
Fun.
But it's with a soulful flair. We can also add things. We do every once in a while. We'll pop out a Bonnie Raitt song, or we'll do a country song that kind of fits our sound, like more the modern day country stuff, like a Morgan Wallen song or a Carrie Underwood song. But we don't do country per se, but we can do country and throw it in there. And we try to kind of uh, put our set list together for our audience. We play to our audience.
Yeah.
They're the ones that we're there for.
Yeah.
So, and it's such a gift to be able to, like you said, Joe always made people feel seen, and heard, and to just, he had this way, this gentle giant sort of way of making people feel uh, just that they mattered, and and being a musician and a singer uh, is a gift that I try not to ever take for granted. I
Mm.
know I do because I'm human, and there's
Yeah.
times you do, but I try not to take that gift for granted, because one of the great powers of having a gift like that is because it's God given, and because music is um it's a language that everybody understands, and
Yes.
it can reach everyone in a different way and just meet their need, whatever their need is, when they're listening to it. And the cool thing, it can make you cry when you need to cry, it can make you happy when it needs to make you smile or laugh. It can make you melancholy, it can make you uh, think of a memory, and just enjoy, the moment. Music can do all sorts of things. And so I try to, my band, we're like a family. We've been playing together for over 20 years. And we were formed in church, and then we started getting contracted to do other things corporately. And now we do some public stuff as well. But it's such a joy to be able to look out to the audience and know you're doing something they want to hear, that matters to them, that means something to them.
Mhm.
And you can look at a widow missing her husband, and you're singing a song that maybe brings a memory and makes her cry, but they're tears of remembrance and
Yeah.
happiness at the same time. And you can also see somebody who maybe just, had a birthday, and they're celebrating and they're having a blast, and this song just makes them want to rock on and party. And it's just this, it's both ends of the spectrum, and in between you can make people feel something with music and take them out of their whatever they're dealing with that day, or whatever's going on in their lives situationally or circumstantially. And Joe got that. He understood that, and he appreciated it. And that was very evident to us in his fanship of our band and his friendship of my family. So,
Very good. Very good. Music is such a universal connector. We're
yeah,
glad that you get to perform
definitely.
this weekend. Folks, check out Allie Hutsell. Give your website so people can go find you.
Yes, it's Allie Hutsell, Allie, and then Hut and Cell put together, hutsell.com. So,
All right.
alliehutsell.com. All my social links are on there, and we'd love for you to check us out.
Sounds good. You can also get the concert information on Facebook or when you go to joerickmanmemorial.com. Is it concert doc?
Memorialconcert.com. Yeah.
Concert.com.
It's a long
Yeah.
title.
Yeah. So go there, enjoy, have a great time. Thank you so much, Allie Hutzel. Come back and
Oh,
talk to us
thank
soon.
you. Thank you. Bless you, Trina. Have a great rest of your
You
day. We'll see you
too.
Saturday.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye bye.